that went as well as we might have hoped. Let us cast our eyes about and analyze the situation.
This looks as good a place as any.
Oh, what does this say?
Let's have a look then.
Welcome to the Star Drop Inn. We serve all manner of fine ales here. Shall I pour you a cup to start? Come back any time.
I overheard some of the soldiers standing guard outside the palace, discussing a curious rumor.
Regarding the Queen Regent and an important personage, you mean?
Indeed. Some suppose there is more to her relationship with this Batali dignitary than is publicly known.
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen your Majesty's claim as a true Arisen. Ah, yes. Regarding your pursuer from some days past, as we suspected, he was indeed an agent from Batal. When he learnt of your Majesty's escape, he began inquiring after your movements. As to how he learned your Majesty's location with such ease, I intend to extract the answers from him anon. I shall be sure to inform you when I do. Pray, take this. 'Tis the least I can offer for your Majesty's assistance.
So the agent was of Batal after all. 'Tis rather eerie that someone should be sent across the border to spy on you.
Going on.
Suppose that's enough for one day.
I don't know what to do.
Yes, sir. Ah, forgive me. I had assumed you were here to bring me some miasmite, as we discussed. If that's not the case, you will have to excuse me. There's much to be done, and too few hands to do it.
Ah, I'll take that. We might find a use for it.
That's near done. Give me something fun to do.
No shortage of easy marks. Stock up on the basics. Sets my thoughts down dark paths, this place. I'd best earn my keep.
Very well. I shall return.
In another world, I learned that a forgotten riftstone lies nearby. Shall I escort you there, Master? Pray, follow me. I know the way, so there's no chance of our getting lost.
'Tis dark enough to warrant the use of your lantern, Master. Freshly rested as we are, this battle ought to be in our favor. We must not let down our guard.
Let my magic imbue your weapon with the fury of the elements. Well done.
Hey! I'll gut you and feed you your entrails. We're still in the fight.
Dare I say it? We trounced our foe well and true. I did my best to match your skill, Master. No one can defend themselves when grappled like this.
I happen to understand Elvish, Master. I expect you'll find my talents useful should we encounter another speaker. I grant you lightning's fangs. Such a magnificent tapestry of stars.
Right you are. I can do no less than service to your risen.
Splendid.
I believe yon foe is drawn to the light. We ought to extinguish our lanterns, lest we summon it unwittingly. This embrace is best avoided. Keep your distance, lest it take hold of you.
What a repellent creature. It is as though it feeds off of life itself.
Careful now.
I'll collect that. You needn't trouble yourself.
I've just recalled. I found a treasure chest near here during my travels beyond the rift. May I show you to its location?
Tis a glad thing we rested when we did. We must not let down our guard.
Magics grant you an elemental boon.
Bear in mind that the brute will seek out women with unwavering persistence.
Such single-mindedness makes our enemy predictable, but not necessarily easier to counter.
You had best rid yourself of that slime with all due haste. Strike me if you can. 'Tis a foe worthy of you.
Not to say our best.
I understand.
It seems we have enraged our foe. Might we not use the rage to our
Strike lightning.
Just yonder looks to be a good spot for harvesting ingredients.
Shall we see if there's aught to be found while we're here?
Up we get. We can expect a busy night.
Shall we check our packs and be off?
Feeling ready? Stood, I trust? As a matter of fact, ours is a party of women, by and large.
And yet, no two of us are the same. You'll want to remove that slime, and soon.
Want me to pursue and eliminate the stragglers?
Let my magic imbue your weapon with the fury of the elements. Thank you kindly. I did not mean to trouble you.
You mustn't let this stop you.
A night-bound forest is fearsome indeed.
We shall have to be all the more wary, till sunup casts the shadows away.
Freshly rested as we are, this battle ought to be in our favor.
You must not let down our guard. You had best rid yourself of that slime with all due haste.
I grant you lightning fangs.
Master, I discovered a treasure chest hereabouts during my last journey beyond the rift. Shall I guide you to it? Methinks I know where that is. Follow me, Master. I shall guide you to the location.
Shall we make our way there and see what's to be seen?
We've arrived, just as planned. How are we to get through this door?
Oh! Well spotted! Most impressive. Such a... thing escaped my master's notice entirely. One wakestone shard is a mere rock, but combined they can work miracles. We ought... Keep it with care, lest we lose it.
I enjoy tackling fierce foes and prefer combat's thrills to gathering items. I am confident and may act independently.
Farewell, Arisen. I only wish that I could stay.
Please dispense with the formalities. They exhaust me so. Wish me to return? At once, Master.
Townspeople.
No sense letting the enemy gain the upper hand. The early griffin gets the worm, as they say.
Douse the flames before 'tis too late. Let my magics grant you an elemental boon.
That was impeccably timed, Arisen. Ingredients are plentiful hereabouts.
Shall we see if there's aught to be found while we're here?
Hard one.
We ought to consider this a lesson. This is what befalls one who lets down their guard.
My knowledge from other worlds tells me that a forgotten riftstone lies near here. Shall I lead the way? Methinks I know where that is. Follow me, Master. I shall guide you to the location.
'Twould seem we've little choice but to set out for the place.
We have arrived. I shall be proud to serve you, Arisen.
It's about time we pressed on, wouldn't you say, Master? If we're to break it, it shan't be from this side.
Really now?
A treasure chest. Shall we see if we can't make our way over to it?
An appropriate choice, Arisen. I'll gladly take the lead.
Come on then, let's dance.
The field of battle is what to pit us against our fellows, but that does not make cutting them down easier to bear.
True enough.
Might have a look around. What else I could do?
Take that! A common reward. Frustratingly so.
We cannot expect gleaming treasures round every corner.
An unlikely location for a path. Mayhap it leads to a hidden hoard of treasure.
Pray keep your wits about you. We needn't go barging in.
My head hurts just thinking about it. Yes, sir. Have you procured what I asked? Splendid. You've my gratitude. Unfortunately, I can give you little more than that. Forgive me, but I must return to my rounds directly. Ah, but in place of a reward, mayhap I could give you a tour of the premises. Only if you've the time and inclination, of course. What say you? Would you care to accompany me? As servants of the gracious hand, we provide whatever treatment we can to those unfortunate who are stricken by maladies. Yet, at times, 'tis not enough. Perhaps you will recall the parents who were here when you first arrived. An unfortunate pair. They've suffered no few hardships in the slums, and now even their poor son Lubomir has fallen ill. By chance, he was examined by a roaming man claiming to be a doctor. Yet, the family had not the money for the medicine he required. So, he was put into our care. My head hurts just thinking about it.
If I could, I'd never leave.
Here he is. This young man is Lubomir. We've been administering the medicine recommended by the doctor who examined him, but he has yet to show any sign of recovery. To be perfectly honest, I doubt the soundness of that so-called doctor's judgment. After all, there is no shortage of ne'er-do-wells out there, willing to claim their medicine the only cure, that they might inflate its price. But I suppose I ought not say such things so openly. At any rate, I'd best continue on my rounds. Pray, stay as long as you wish. Come, come. We've medicine to prepare. We've enough to make a fresh batch now, thanks to a kind donation.
Psst! You there! Help me! Listen, the sisters here are good to us, but I'm growing weaker day by day. It started with a slight fever, and now I can scarce lift myself up. See that empty bed? An old man was lying in it till just a few days past. He told me he was feeling better, that he'd be well enough to leave anon. And now he's... Mayhap I'm just imagining things. I hope that's the case. And yet... Something isn't right about this place. Pray, should you hear any queer rumors about the Gracious Hand, come tell me of them, won't you? I'd see to it myself, but I can hardly move.
Ease their burdens howe'er I can. I shall gladly aid you if 'tis within my power. Why, hello.
Good day, sir.
You're always good for a laugh. Got any good stories to share?
Let me get that.
I wish I had someone to talk to.
Might you be a friend of Lubomir's? He's seen better days, hasn't he? There has been talk of sending him down to the basement, should his condition fail to improve. That is, the basement sick room, where our most critical patients convalesce under the Abbess's care. None of the other sisters are permitted entry, including myself. Tell Liz, she gives the patients a special medicine. I know not what kind. At times I hear strange cries and moans drift up from below. Which is to be expected. Those who come here suffer all manner of afflictions, you see. And yet, a part of me is afeared for them.
What are you doing? We've not been given leave to rest yet.
I'm well aware of that, thank you. Master, I've naught more to say. Pressing me further shan't change that. Whatever else might be said of me, know that I served you with all I had.
Wish I could go on an adventure.
Surely, but a moment's rest.
Laundry. My work's near done.
I want to go home.
Master, my heart knows no greater peace than when I'm by your side.
So, the worst of us are taken to the basement. Mayhap that's the source of the queer voices I hear at night. And none save the Abbess can enter? If the Gracious Hand has a secret, 'tis the Abbess who keeps it, I reckon. You've done this much for me. Would you be willing to go further? I must find out what goes on down there. You've my thanks. I just can't stomach the thought of lying here not knowing. Of course, all the better should your search come to naught. But if you do find aught amiss down in that basement, it must be the Abbess's doing. Should you find evidence fit to implicate her, will you help me see to it that justice is carried out? See, I've already reported my suspicions to the Sentinels, and we've arranged a signal. If you apprehend the Abbess, they'll know to come and arrest her. So I beg you, sir, find the evidence you need, if it exists to be found.
To get to the bottom of what is happening at the Gracious Hand, we shall have to acquire evidence of any misdeeds.
I quite agree.
Off to market I go.
How might we enter the basement sick room?
Splendid.
I don't know what to do. I do hope naught befalls Lubomir. I should like to see him walk out of here in good health. What should I do?
haven't got any.
I don't know what to do.
I've earned a rest.
What should I do? What to do?
Hoy, Arisen! Say, have you heard about the state of the river? Do you know the river close by the church? Well, it's come to be full of muck and filth and all sorts.
That's a problem for the church, as it draws from the river to make holy water. The water's so filthy that it's going to take twice the amount of gold ore to purify it. I was thinking you could help the priests by finding some gold ore. After all, it wouldn't be good for anyone if the church ran out of holy water.
I was hoping you'd say that. Thanks ever so much. I'll help too. I'll look for gold ore every place I can think of.
Now we seek gold ore. Though 'tis sold in shops, mining some ourselves might prove the better choice.
Right you are.
No one's coming to my rescue.
I'd rather not draw steel if I can avoid it. Boots laced, straps arms ready.
My talents lie in combining materials, and I'll use those in my possession to craft things for you in my spare time. To get to the bottom of what is happening at the Gracious Hand, we shall have to acquire evidence of any misdeeds.
I've a modest talent for spotting materials that can be used to enhance your equipment. I can even mark them on your map.
We must rest, though the sun is still up. 'Twas intriguing to watch a mage hold their own on the front lines. I did not think such a thing could be done. Open your eyes, everyone. 'Tis dark out, but our day begins.
Nothing ever seems to happen around.
How might we enter the basement sick room?
'Tis good to see you are well.
I'm going to go exploring.
Can't remember the last time my pockets jingled.
Oi, Arisen! Have you found any gold ore yet?
Wow! This'll be plenty, I reckon. Thank you ever so much. Listen, I was talking to the priests, and apparently our troubles aren't over yet. Would you be willing to lend us a hand again, Arisen? Just one more time? Thanks. So, remember how I told you about the river by the church getting all mucky? Well, the grown-ups are saying it's gotten worse. Now lots of people who live nearby are falling sick. The priests have been treating everyone as best they can, but there's nowhere near enough medicine to go round. I want to help them, but I'm not sure what I can do. Apart from ask you, that is. Would you bring us some more medicine, Arisen? Oh, thanks, Arisen. What would we do without you? I'll talk to the priests in the meantime, see if there's anything useful I can do.
Now we've need of medicine. We can purchase it at shops, or make some ourselves by combining the ingredients.
Of course.
Someone help me. Jahan? Bruno, where have you gone?
Mayhap 'twould serve us well to track down the former patients mentioned in these records of treatment.
You have my support.
Someone help me.
Medicine? Medicine! 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 Now! Now! Now!
You're back. Pray, tell me, have you found anything? These look like records of treatment. Jahan and Bruno. I know these two. They left here not long ago, fit as a pair of fiddles. I recall them being especially meek to the abbess. Mayhap that's what got them out safely. At any rate, they may know aught of use. Loath as I am to ask more of you, perhaps you would speak to them in my stead?
It is my duty to devote my life to prayer and virtue.
Crime committed here will see one confined to jail.
I've heard that jailers are paid a pittance, despite the hardships of their work.
Then a bribe might avail us, should the time come.
Elena. Ah, yes. The abbess of the Gracious Hand. A fine woman by all accounts. I was in her care once myself. But I must admit, I've always felt there's something off about her. You see, I was only a little under the weather when I entered her care. But then I started getting sicker and sicker till I was certain death would come for me. In the end, I survived, but methinks I was one of the lucky few. So many died down there. And once, I saw her, the abbess, meeting with a strange man. She handed him a large parcel, all wrapped up. And he gave her something small in return. You'd think 'twere medicine, but I'd not have bought medicine from a man like that. He had the look of a scoundrel about him. They were whispering, but I did hear one of them say aught about keeping quiet. 'Tis well suspicious, eh? Where'd they meet? 'Twas in the square in the eastern part of the common quarter, and always a night, as I recall.
Lady Eleanor's a goodly person, a saint-like. Her earnest care saw me back to full health. I wavered between life and death for quite some time in that basement sick room, and she watched o'er me through it all, bless her. Can't say as I miss that basement, mind. 'Tis an eerie place, dark and shadowy, filled with the moaning of the sick. Suppose 'tis only to be expected, given the state of those assembled. I'm sure I was moaning too.
Let the Reaper claim me.
I don't tell half as many lies as my parents.
It's been a hard day.
This year's crops aren't
Got to
fair.
crack a few skulls if you want to be top dog.
I've just remembered. I've somewhere to be.
Can't wrap my head around this.
I've been on my feet all day.
There's a ladder here.
Ah, excellent find.
Why, hello.
Got to focus. My head will roll.
Here.
Aye, this is plenty. Lord Phasus is like to be in your debt. Nicely done. Suppose it can't have been easy to procure this much so quickly.
You suppose wrong. I command their full faith. 'Tis simple for me to extract what I require.
Ha! You're a fearsome one. Here's hoping I ne'er end up in your care.
Enough. I gave you yours, now you give me mine. I'd not be seen here with you.
Ah, of course. Wouldn't want to hurt the Lady Saint's image in the eyes of the common folk, would we? Here's your special medicine.
Glad we understand each other. Till next time.
Aye, be seeing you.
This is not the first we've heard of Lord Phasus. What could his aim be, I wonder?
That's odd.
Such quietude is a blessing. Can't remember the last time my pockets
Causes conflict to plague the world.
Dead on my feet. Maybe I'll...
You're back! Pray, tell me, have you found anything? What? You found a medicine used only in the basement sick room? I don't like the sound of that. Do you think... Could I trouble you to look into this as well? Mayhap you could show it to the doctor I saw before coming here. Radcliffe, his name was. He's staying in the rest town. Pray, sir, do what you can. I must know.
Methinks we would do well to bring this medicine to Sir Radcliffe, the doctor over in Rest Town.
I quite agree.
I want to go home. All this money is giving me a
Would that I could
dead
count
on my
courage
feet.
among my virtues.
Maybe I'll get it right. It's too early to dinner.
A generous heart shall be rewarded in kind.
But not without its charms.
This place is lovely. I might stay a while.
What delights might there be to find in town today?
Have you business with the guild, sir? I should be glad to assist you. Do come again.
Peruse at your leisure. Seems my feet always lead me here.
Have you business with the guild, sir? I should be glad to assist you.
Always a pleasure.
A flexible vocation, suited to bolstering our band where reinforcement is most needed.
Our foes will soon find themselves hard-pressed.
Good evening, sir. I trust you fared all right on the roads, despite the hour? You know where to find me. This inspires naught but... It's giving. Good evening, sir. I trust you've... fared all right on the roads, despite... the hour. Much obliged. Well met, sir.
I had every faith our paths would cross again, Arisen. I knew we'd not be long apart.
A troubling rumor has reached my ears, and methinks I ought to share it. 'Tis said there is an illness pawns can contract beyond the rift that inflicts unspeakable harm on those around them. As it progresses, the pawn gradually loses all self-control, and in time will even cease to heed the Arisen's commands.
Indeed. Well, we shall have to remain watchful, lest one of our company should start showing signs of this sickness.
This ox cart's bound for the checkpoint rest town. I'll need to see some coin before I let you on. Ah.
I can't bear
We're the Cyclops, Master!
We have no means of exploiting our enemy's weakness.
Let my magic be the weapon of the fury of the elements. Arisen, are you all right? Whatever 'tis you need, I shall gladly.
It seems we have enraged our foe. Might we not use their rage to our advantage? Splendid.
What's to do? We have a precious little time. Must hold out till someone comes. What to look forward to? Somehow,
We have reached our destination. Mayhap we can employ a cart for our next journey.
Say, you wouldn't happen to have seen a pretty stone lying about, would you? One befitting the name the Jadeite Orb. It was stolen from me while I was delivering it, and if Master Everard should find out, he'd wring my neck. It's no exaggeration. He's had people killed before, more than a few at that. To be quite truthful, I'd intended to sell off the Jadeite Orb and quit this place for good. Working under a man such as him, I'd only get chewed up till he decided to spit me out. That jewel was my last hope. Now it's gone. Unless you were to find it for me. Would you, sir? Oh, pray do a poor man a kindness.
The Jadeite orb could be anywhere now. Perchance we ought to speak with someone who has experience.
I better get to work.
Interested in my wares?
Welcome as fine a...
If you want my advice, heed no advice save your own.
I've got to focus. Shift's only just begun.
I end up feeling weary even after a day of rest.
Greetings. You are the Arisen, are you not? Tell is you travel quite a bit. Tell me, in your comings and goings, did you happen to encounter a man by the name of Offulv? He seems to have vanished while in possession of a treasure known as the Jadeite orb. My fellow merchants are scouring the city for him as we speak, but have had no luck as yet. And if I may be candid, our primary concern is not the merchant, but rather the orb. 'Tis an item of precious importance to myself and my partners, you see. I must see it reclaimed, post-haste. And in my hour of need, who should wander by but the good Arisen? What say you, sir? Would you be so kind as to seek out the Jadeite orb on my behalf? You will be rewarded handsomely for your service. Of that I can assure you.
Sirs Offulv and Everard each seek the Jadeite orb. To whom ought we to grant it? Assuming we find the thing at all.
I shall stand by you, Master, whatever you decide.
The hours seem to fly when I'm here.
How's the day treating you then?
Slim pickings of late. Am I losing my touch?
Have you come from Vernworth? How are things there? The ancient battleground to the north is overrun with hordes of fell beasts, and so little are survivors anticipated that you'll find not even a checkpoint here. In times past, 'twas safe enough a night, when the monsters sleep, but no longer. Since a few days past, skeletons and phantoms have made this their nightly battleground. 'Tis nigh impassable now. It could be that aught's befallen the cenotaph. I'd heard the spirits had calmed somewhat since 'twas erected. Say, if I cannot dissuade you from traversing the ancient battleground, would you consider passing by the cenotaph and making sure aught's aright with it?
Oi, you there! You've just arrived in town, haven't you? I don't mean to pry, only it's my grandson, a boy by the name of Rog. He's gone missing. Pray tell, have you seen the lad?
Morris, I've just found out Roger's been abducted by beasts.
What? No! How can that be?
I've just heard news. Rog was seen being dragged off by wolves.
Oh, my poor boy. We must go rescue him at once.
Morris, think what you're saying, friend. We can't go charging off after the lad. We are no match for such creatures.
Do you truly expect me to do naught but twiddle my thumbs when my only grandson's been taken from me? The soldiers won't do aught for him, will they now? Consarn it all. He's right. But what else am I to do? If I do not hasten to the poor lad's aid, who will? Do you truly mean that, sir? You will save my grandson. If you return him to me, I will be forever in your debt, stranger.
We may benefit from pursuing the information.
Well then, Cyclops, how might I be of service? Any mistakes, the more the merrier.
Townspeople depend on me.
Not sure I can handle this.
Where are you going?
The flowers that bloom around here glow come nightfall. From what I can glean, the petals absorb the sun's light by day and release it after dark. Isn't that unusual?
Aye, I met Roger by the cenotaph, on the eastern side of town. He had what looked like a bundle of grass with him, only he was carrying it as though 'twere of the greatest import. When I asked what he was doing with it, he would say no more than 'twas a secret. So I told him to get home safe, and we parted ways. Yet no sooner had I turned my back than I heard him scream. I charged to his aid, but a wolf was already scarpering with him and its jewels. Poor lad. His cries haunt me even now. Pray help him if you can, sir. He deserves a better fate than this.
I'm not sure how best to proceed just about anywhere right now.
It's this way.
Here to ask aught of me, are you?
Wearing armor all day feels like a punishment.
You'll never believe this. Normally, you put an elf and a dwarf in. Mayhap my eyes deceive.
Speak to me another time. I want.
Boots laced.
Give me a moment to think, will
I'm
you?
ready for patrol.
Where are you going?
How might I aid you, sir?
Don't take any chance not to think on my troubles.
How will be of service?
Poor Rog. He truly is a lovely boy. He's always helping Morris in his shop. And he's delivered me my remedies many a time. Once, He even picked some flowers on his way and put them up for me. All pretty like. I still recall his smile when he told me about the beautiful flower bed he tends to on the outskirts of town. Oh, Rog, will I e'er see your smile again? I suppose I can only hope.
Very well. I shall return. We are none of us alike in vocation.
Our respective abilities are unique as well.
Let us utilize our individual strengths wherever possible.
Harpies, Master! He's weak to fire. Here, strike with lightning on your side. Turn out your pocket!
Our most priority is to douse those flames. I will protect you.
Dare I say it? We trounced our foe, well and true.
Overconfidence is an enemy in and of itself. Let us instead strive to better ourselves with every battle. then? Let us defer to the Arisen's judgment.
Right you are.
Leave the finding of equipment enhancing material.
My curative magics are at your disposal. Wait right there. Let my magics grant you an elemental boon. I'll go and open the chest.
What's going on? How did I get here? I remember. The wolves! How is it I'm still alive? You saved me. Didn't you, sir? I can hardly believe it. Thank you. I would not be standing here without you. How did you know where I was? Did Grandfather request your help? I suppose he must be worried sick about me. If it's all the same to you, sir, I think I'd like to go home now.
Shall we report our results? Do I disappoint you, Master? We ought to keep watch, lest we be set upon from behind.
Oh, 'twas but a trick of the light.
Wolves, Master!
I doubt ice will be of any use against it.
I did my best to match your skill, Master.
grant you lightning spangs.
My word, this ox cart has been destroyed.
Wrought by the hands of brigands. Or the claws of monsters.
Careful now.
Would that such tranquility could last.
Right you are. This is generally used as a material. I'm sure we'll find a purpose for it in due time.
You're welcome to take whatever you like from my pack, Master. I'd gladly see you put what I find to good use. Let my magic imbue your weapon with the fury of the element. Yes, Master. I shall hasten to your aid. You are in need of healing. Allow me. Point right there. The Arisen has been torched. Quick, douse the flames! Look there. Methinks I spy aught of use.
We ought to take a closer look.
Here we go again.
We must focus on finding victory, whatever our discomfort.
Understood.
But a flesh wound, yet enough to change. That was hard won.
What fails to destroy us only enhances our chances against future adversaries. Strike with lightning on your side.
Be sure to avoid open flame. By your command, Arisen. I'll combine my magic with yours, that you might pass the spell more quickly.
Where are you going? My legs are dead.
Rog, is that you, my boy?
Hello, Grandfather.
'Tis a miracle. You're alive and in one piece. Oh, joy of joys! I thought ne'er to lay eyes on you again.
Grandfather, you're smothering me.
Oh, hush. You don't get to complain of such things after you worried me half to death.
I'm very sorry, Grandfather. I didn't mean to cause you grief.
And you? Words alone will ne'er be enough to express the depth of my gratitude. Pray, take this. 'Tis naught but a trifle in comparison to your kindness, but I hope you will accept it all the same. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you for saving me.
That was certainly worthwhile.
A job well done.
'Tis vital that we rest and regain our strength before moving on.
Aye? In need of a doctor, are you? What's this you're giving me? Oh, I see. You want me to run some sort of test on this? Determine what manner of substance 'tis? Interesting. Well, you've certainly piqued my curiosity. Whatever your reasons, I'll take a look. Naturally, I'll need a bit of time with it. Come back again in... oh, I don't know. Later.
This morning.
Need anything?
Got to find more places to buy my stock cheap.
Stock up on the basics.
Interested in my way?
Suppose I ought to earn my... Don't I know that lass from somewhere?
My sword arm could use some work.
You can count on me to fly to your aid in your hour of need, Master. Knowing when to use curatives is my specialty.
I don't have all day.
I have a modest talent for spotting materials that can be used to enhance your equipment. I can even mark them on your map.
A well-organized pack is my specialty. I'll see to it your burdens are shared between us pawns. To get to the bottom of what is happening at the Gracious Hand, we shall have to acquire evidence of any misdeeds.
Greetings, sir, and welcome to the Sword and Staff. We see a great many customers given our location, so you'll have to forgive us if the ale runs dry.
Pleasure doing business with you.
An ox cart ought to make our journey easier.
Walking everywhere is certainly tiring.
Ah, there you are. You've come at a good time. I've just finished running those tests. I must ask, where did you acquire that concoction? 'Tis a fell thing you got there. To be plain, 'tis more poison than physic. It has the potential to heal one's ailment, certainly. But only if they could survive long enough, which isn't likely. Worse still, it has addictive properties that are likely to cause the patient to become dependent on its deadly effects. I say patient, but I should hope whoever made this did not intend it as a method of treatment. You'd have to be well and truly mad to attempt such a thing.